What's up, you guys? How are you? Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I have two healthy holiday treats that I am going to be making just in time for Halloween. They are going to include healthy peanut butter cups and healthy pumpkin flavored skull cakes. These are going to be made with much healthier ingredients as always, and they're also going to be dairy and gluten free. If you did miss last week's video, I kind of mentioned that during the months of October, November, and December, I was going to be making healthier treats here on my channel. And last week I did make healthier peanut butter Rice Krispie treats. You have got to seriously make those. They are so good. This is what my thumbnail looks like here if you did miss that video. I can also leave it linked down below. And for these peanut butter cups that I will be making today, I did also get the recipe from the same person as last time, Ambitious Kitchen. So I will leave her recipe linked down below just to give her credit. And then I will also put the exact ingredients that I will be using for today's recipe, just in case you do want to recreate it, you make it the most healthiest way possible. If you do enjoy today's video, please be sure to give it a like and subscribe to the channel, because in the coming weeks, I am going to start making some videos for the healthy treats for November. But for now, let's go ahead and get started with today's two recipes. All right, fam, let's start off with the healthy peanut butter cup recipe first. If you watched the healthy Rice Krispie treats video from last week, you will recognize some of these ingredients. So for the peanut butter cups, I'm going to be using some coconut flour, got some maple syrup, classic creamy peanut butter, some mini chocolate chips. These are the semi-sweet flavor. And like I mentioned last week, I really like them because the ingredients are much better. And they're also free of all of these things you see here, including dairy and gluten. Have some flaky salt that I'm going to use to top off the peanut butter cups, some measuring cups, measuring spoons. I got some mini muffin liners, and the last thing that I'll need is a mini muffin tray. Okay, the first thing that I did was put the mini liners in the muffin tray. The recipe does mention that it's going to make a total of 9 peanut butter cups. Obviously, if you are wanting to make this exact recipe for a Halloween house party or a Halloween office party, you're more than likely going to want to double or even triple that amount. The first layer is going to be the chocolate. So what I'll do is I'll melt 1/3 cup of the mini chocolate chips in the microwave. You can use the saucepan too, but it's just easier for me to melt them in the microwave. And what I'll do is I'll melt these at 30-second increments. All right, my chocolate is completely melted. It took about 1 minute and 15 seconds. And I already kind of started on one of the liners here just to show you what I will be doing. So what I did was I put a little bit of chocolate in the liner, and then with the spoon, I kind of pushed or spread out the chocolate just so that it could reach the sides of the liner. And you should have enough chocolate for all of the liners. I'm gonna do this one just to kind of show you how to do this. Put a little bit of chocolate, and then just push it up with the side of the spoon towards the sides of each liner. Okay, the first layer is done, you guys. I had just enough chocolate for all of the liners. I'm gonna put this pan in the freezer for a couple of minutes just so that the chocolate hardens. And while the chocolate is hardening, I'm gonna make the peanut butter layer. So for the peanut butter layer, you'll want to add in 1/2 tablespoon of the coconut flour, 1/2 tablespoon of the maple syrup, and 1/2 cup of the creamy peanut butter. And then I'll just mix everything. All right, I just took these out of the freezer, you guys. I put them in the freezer for about 15 minutes, and it looks like the chocolate has completely hardened. So now it is time for me to add in the best part, the peanut butter layer. The peanut butter layer is done, you guys, and oh my gosh, I am so excited about these. They're gonna be so good. I do have to pop the pan back into the freezer for the peanut butter to harden, and that is going to take a little bit longer than the chocolate did to harden. So in the meantime, let's go ahead and make the next recipe. For this next recipe, we will be making healthy pumpkin flavored skull cakes. How fun is this pan, you guys? I've never seen anything like it, and I thought it'd be really cool to use it in today's video. I did get it at Target if you're wondering where it is that I got it. Other things that I'll need for the recipe include measuring cups, measuring spoons, these Simple Mills pumpkin muffin and bread almond flour mix. I'm pretty sure if you've been following along up to this point, you are very familiar with Simple Mills. I talk about it all the time. I've used it in other healthy treat recipes, and I did also talk about it in my monthly favorites video. I really like them because they are made up of much better ingredients, and they're also going to be dairy, gluten, grain, and soy free. If you've never heard of them before, or if you've never used them before, just make sure that you check the back of the packaging, because depending on what it is that you're making, you're gonna need additional ingredients such as eggs, water, and oil. For my oil, I will use coconut oil. And then for my eggs, I'm going to be using pasture-raised eggs, which are the healthiest types of eggs that you can eat out there in comparison to other eggs. All right, so for this recipe, I will be using the section that says muffins. I got a glass bowl out with 3 eggs that I've already whisked. I'll add in 1 cup of water, 3 tablespoons of my coconut oil, and just an FYI, I always like to melt my coconut oil first. It's gonna make it a lot easier for you to mix in, and then just make sure that it is also cooled off. And last but not least, we're gonna add in our pumpkin mix. Okay, this looks like it's done. I have also preheated my oven to 350 degrees, and I have lightly greased the skull pan with some coconut oil. Okay, I got my skull cake pan all filled up. Oven is preheated, and I have a mix left, so I might be able to make 1 more skull cake. I'm gonna put this in the oven, let it bake, and by the time that it's done, my peanut butter cups should also be done as well for me to put that 3rd layer of chocolate on top. So the pumpkin skull cakes are just about done in the oven, you guys. I'm gonna let those cool off, and then I'll show you what they look like. I myself can't wait to see what they look like. I already know they're gonna taste amazing because my house smells delicious. But going back to the peanut butter cups. These peanut butter cups were in the freezer for an hour so that the peanut butter could harden. And the last layer that we have to add in is the chocolate. I did melt another 1/3 cup of chocolate. I'm gonna add that on top and then pop it back in the freezer so that chocolate hardens. Oh, you guys, I was so excited about these. I'm just gonna be real with you. I just got done taking the pumpkin skull cakes out of the pan, and I am not impressed. I'm not impressed because I thought that these are gonna look so much cooler than what they actually look like. I mean, they have the shape of a skull, but what happened? Like, what happened to the indentations for the eyes, the nose, and the mouth? Like, the mouth was gonna look so cool if this would have actually worked. I guess the one thing that I can think of, if you did want to make this recipe that would actually make them look a little bit more like a skull, is Simple Mills does have frostings. They have a vanilla and chocolate frosting, and that frosting, if you put it around the eyes, the nose, the mouth, and the face of the skull, you might actually get it to look more like a skull than whatever this is. Anyway, my peanut butter cups are just about done with the last layer of chocolate that I put on, but just real quick, I wanted to show you this really festive serving tray that I picked up at Walmart. This is where I will be putting the peanut butter cups and whatever this thing is. Okay, I'm gonna take out the peanut butter cups and then show you what everything looks like. All right, fam, all of the treats are done. I just decided to use the entire serving tray for the skulls. And here are the peanut butter cups. Now these actually look like peanut butter cups. Kind of give you a little close-up of everything. Take a bite here. Look at how thick that peanut butter is. Oh my gosh, these are so good, you guys. On the side, I will put some videos you might be interested in. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. This was obviously a trick, and this was a treat. Take care, and I will see you next Thursday. Bye, guys.